In the news headline, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to host the ECOWAS special meeting on Niger coup. Kano State government set off three treatment centers as a measure to restricting spread of diphtheria disease in the state. General Abdurrahmani Tishani named head of transitional government in Niger after coup. Good evening, listeners. Today is Friday, 10th Muharram 1445 after Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is exactly 28th July 2023. I am Salma Adam Iko with the news. United States Vice President Kamala Harris and United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed strong support for Nigeria's efforts toward restoration of constitutional order in the Republic of Niger, according to the statement by President spokesperson Dele Alake. Said they offered their support in separate telephone conversations with President Bola Tinubu yesterday evening in Abuja. According to the Nigerian presidency statement, the two leaders also commended Tinubu, who is also the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Head of State and Government, for spearheading the peace moves. On Wednesday, some soldiers from Presidential Guard moved to the first President Mohamed Bazoum. President Tinubu quickly rejected threats to democracy in that country, sending a strong delegation to talk with all the parties with a view to restoring constitutional order in Niger. Kamala Harris also said the United States would assist Nigeria in battling against terrorism. Speaking with United Nations Secretary General Guterres, the President Tinubu said he was doing everything possible to resolve the impasse in Niger. President Bola Tinubu will on Sunday host a special meeting of the Economic Community of West African States ECOWAS over political impasse in Niger. On Wednesday, armed presidential guard seized power in Niger Republic, detaining President Mohamed Bazoum. The situation has sparked condemnation from the United Nations, the African Union, European Union, ECOWAS, as well as the United States. President Tinubu, who is also the ECOWAS chairman, quickly dispatched President of Benin Republic, Petrus Talon, to the West African country that has been termed the most coup-prone in the region. In a statement today by his media aide Dele Alake, the president condemned current political situation in the neighboring country. He also pledged that ECOWAS and the international community will do everything to defend democracy and ensure democratic governance continues to take firm root in the sub-region. Meanwhile, former President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed shock over the coup that ousted ex-Niger Republic President Mohamed Bazoum. Muhammadu Buhari expressed confidence in President Bola Tinubu's ability to resolve the crisis. Buhari prayed that Tinubu would be able to reverse the situation and ensure the safety of Bazoum and his family. The former president said he was shocked by the latest turn of events in Niger Republic. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called for the patience and understanding of Nigerians, particularly the youth. The president made the call yesterday at the State House while receiving All Progressives Congress APC national youth leaders from across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. He assured them that the hardships of the moment will eventually give way for more prosperous, equitable, and inclusive economy. The president, in a statement by spokesman Dele Alake, said he felt defense of the citizens. President Tinubu told the youth that his administration would include them in governance and decision-making processes, adding that no decision will be too difficult for his administration to take for the prosperity and unity of the nation. The president noted that his administration will do everything necessary to widen the net in order to accommodate more women and youth. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration had hinted the possibility of creating new ministries in the country. This is according to the chief of staff to the president, Femi Bajabiamila, who disclosed this to newsmen yesterday in Abuja. He noted that President Tinubu intends to separate portfolios or restructure the ministries. Tinubu submitted the ministerial list to the National Assembly through Bajabiamila before it was read by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Bajabiamila said that the second part, comprising 13 names, will be sent to the assembly. He added that this was part of the process of having a cabinet for the administration. The Senate says it will on Monday begin the screening of the 28 ministerial nominees proposed by President Bola Tinubu. Spokesperson of the Senate, Adeyemi Aderomodu, disclosed this while addressing newsmen after the list of nominees was read in the upper chamber yesterday. He said although the Senate was not supposed to sit on Mondays, but because of the importance attached to this national assignment, they will commence the exercise next Monday. He assured that the screening will be thorough because the lawmakers were very much aware of the high expectations of those who will assist President Bola Tinubu in fulfillment of his mandate and the Constitution. Adeyemi Aderamodu added that the Senate is going to examine the character, personality, the experiences, the background of every nominee, and they believe we believe at the end of it, Nigerians will not be disappointed. The news is coming to you from studio of Sawaba Radio. More news after the short break. Do stay.
This is News on the Hour, Sawaba Radio FM. Stay tuned.
This is Sawaba Radio news coming to you from the studio of Sawaba Radio 104.9 Hadija. The National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) has received another batch of 198 stranded Nigerians evacuated from the Watan, Sudan today in Abuja. The returnees comprise of 160 adults, 38 children arrived the Pilgrims Wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Director General of NEMA Mustafa Ahmed, while receiving the evacuees at the airport, said the federal government is committed to ensuring that no Nigerian was left in the Watan countries. He added that airports were already in place to evacuate the remaining 40 Nigerians left in Sudan. Some of the returnees appreciated the federal government for evacuating them back into the country. Troops of the Nigerian army have killed 59 terrorists in various military operations across the country. The defense headquarters said also rescued were 88 kidnapped victims taken hostage by suspected criminals. Briefing journalists in Abuja, the director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, said 88 suspected criminals, 10 kidnappers, 20 gunmen, and 19 suspected oil theft were also apprehended during the process, though the time span of the operations was not specified. Newsmen report that a total number of 68 weapons and 1,364 ammunition were recovered by the troops. The troops recovered 26 AK-47 rifle, 1 GPMG, 1 AKMS rifle, 1 FN rifle, and 4 form action, 5 pistols, and 19 den guns. Kano State government says it has set up 3 treatment centers as measure to curtailing the current spread of diphtheria disease in the state. This is coming as the state has so far recorded over 130 cases within the few days. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Abubakar Yusuf, who disclosed this to newsmen, he said the state had deployed the necessary mechanisms to curtail the spread of the disease. He disclosed that over 130 persons were admitted last Monday alone as the case continued to rise. Governor Abba Yusuf has since directed the ministry to swing into action to curtail the spread of deadly disease. Recall that the state had recorded the first the first index case of diphtheria in January 2023, with many deaths, and that was later treated to zero. Yobe State government says it has procured 1,500,000 doses of vaccines to cover the vaccination exercise of estimated livestock population of about 7 million in all the 17 local government areas of the state. Governor Memalabu made this known during a flag-off of the exercise at Kukarita, a community in Damaturu, the state capital, yesterday. He said the event provides us with a special opportunity to take urgent and concrete steps to prevent the spread of anthrax disease from one other part of the country into the state, as well as control of desert encroachment. On July 17th, the federal government confirmed the first case of anthrax in Nigeria, disclosing that the disease was detected in a farm in Niger State. Now to international scene. The United Nations says it has suspended its humanitarian operations in Niger after soldiers announced the overthrow of the country's elected president. It says more than 4 million people in the country are currently in need of humanitarian assistance. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres demanded the immediate and unconditional release of Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum, who is being held captive by the military officers. The French Foreign Minister has said President Bazoum spoke to President Emmanuel Macron earlier today and told him that he was reachable and in good health. Meanwhile, General Abdurrahmani Tishani is the new leader of Niger following a military takeover. His allied forces staged a coup on Wednesday, ousting President Mohamed Bazoum and are currently keeping him captive. The chief of the President Guard, Abdurrahman Tishani, has been named president of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland. The President Mohamedou Bazoum detained by army punches since Wednesday morning. In another development, France Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna said Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum is in good health despite being detained at his residence by coup plotters. Paris top diplomat said Bazoum has spoken to President Emmanuel Macron and said he is in a good condition. Access Wednesday by members of the Allied Presidential Guide. The landlocked West African state is one of the most unstable nations in the world, experiencing 4 coups since independence from France in 1960, as well as numerous other attempts at power. I will wrap up the news with this and a recap of the major stories. From the news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to host ECOWAS special meeting on Niger coup. Kano State government set off 3 treatment centers as measures to restricting spread of diphtheria disease in the state. General Abdurrahmani Tishani named head of the transitional government in Niger after coup. On behalf of the news editor and news department, Haruna Ahmad Bultwa was the news editor. I am Salma Adam Iko. Have a good night.